Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. Jag here, and in today's class we're going to continue with our Math 5-6 content, and today's topic is going to be on percents. So with that, let's get started. All right, so here we are, okay, and what we're covering today is on percents. Okay, so I'm going to take some questions from the textbook. So let's write it as an example here, okay? So it says copy and complete the following, okay? And so it gives you a fraction here. And what we're doing is we're going to convert the fraction into a percent. Okay, whenever I convert it into a percent, it's always over 100, okay? And what we're doing here is kind of like equivalent fractions, okay? So I'm saying how can I get from 20 to 100? And I see that I can multiply 20 times 5, which gives me 100. Whatever you do on the bottom, I have to do on the top as well. So what I'm going to do is 3 times 5, okay? Which is equal to 15. So just like this, so it's 15 over 100. And this is equal to 15%. Okay, does everyone see that? So let's try one more here. Let's put the examples going down, okay? So this time, we're going to change the denominator. So 7 over 25. And I want to change this into a percent. And you can see that I'm doing this without using a calculator, okay? So the denominator should always be 100. Once again, how do I get from 25 to 100? I'm going to do 25 times 4, which I know is equal to 100. Okay, whatever you do on the bottom, I have to do on the top as well. So I'm going to do 7 times 4, which is equal to 28. Okay, so as a fraction, I can see it's 28 over 100. And this is equal to 28%. Okay, so just like this. Are there any questions here? Okay, so good. That looks good. Let's change the denominator one more time. Okay, and so say I have 12 over 50. Okay, and I want to show you all of the different types of combinations that you will see, okay, in the textbook as well. Again, the denominator is equal to 100. Okay, so what we're just doing is 50 times 2, I know, which is 100. And the same thing on the top. I'm going to do 12 times 2. And this is equal to 24 out of 100. Okay, which is equal to 24%. So just like this. All right. And those are the main combinations, okay, of the questions that you will see here. All right. And let's try a question where we're kind of going backwards. Okay. So let's try it here on the bottom. Okay, so it does give you some blanks. Okay, so I have 50 on the bottom. I have 100. And this is equal to 88%. Okay, so we want to make sure that we're not getting confused here. 88% is just 88, okay, over 100. Okay, and then I'm just going to show you, instead of us drawing the arrows going towards the right, I'm going to draw the arrows going towards the left. Okay, the reason for this is I'm going to divide it this time. So I'm going to do 100 divided by 2, which is 50. Okay, and I'm going to do that on the top as well. So you're going to do 88 divided by 2, which is equal to 44. Okay, so this is going in the opposite direction. And what I can see is I'm given the actual percentage and I'm coming up with the fraction. Okay, and once again, I'm not using my calculator here. Okay, so let's take a look at one more example here. Okay, so are there any questions? Okay, make sure you're just going backwards. And the only thing that's different here in this last example is that we are dividing, okay, to get the fraction. So let's try this one. So this is over 25. And then I'll give you over 100. And this is 44%, okay? That is given in the question. Okay, so again, at the same time, it's going to be basically 44 over 100. So let's write that in here. This is the fraction. And again, I'm going to draw the arrow going in the opposite direction. So I know we're doing 100, okay, divided by 4, which is giving me 25. So in the same manner here, what we're doing is 44 divided by 4, which is equal to 11. Okay, and this is what ends up being our final answer in terms of the fraction is 11 over 25. And if you check this on your calculator, okay, when you change it on your calculator, you're just doing 11 divided by 25 times 100%. And you'll notice that you get exactly 44%. Okay, are there any questions here? All right, so that looks good. Okay, so let's go to our next set of examples. Okay, and this time, they're just going to give you the fraction here. Okay, so let's try this example here. Okay, and the question says, write as a percent. Okay, and I just have a fraction given. So I have 7 over 10. Okay, so what I'm going to do is make it equal to 100. So just like this. And at the same time, make the arrow. Okay, I know 10 times 10 is equal to 100. Okay, so in the same manner, we're going to do 7 times 10, which is equal to 70. Okay, and it's 70 over 100. So this is equal to 70%. So let's put A here. Okay, and then we're going to try B, okay, on this side here. All right, so let's go to the next one. So 1 over 50 is the fraction that's given. And that's actually all that's given, okay, in the textbook here. So they expect you to show all your work as you're doing it. So I'm going to put it over 100. So just like this, okay. And then 50 times 2, which is equal to 100. So I'm doing the same thing on the top. I'm going to do 1 times 2, which is equal to 2. Okay. So this is basically 2 over 100, which is equal to 2%. Okay, does everyone see that? Okay, and you can always check your answer on the calculator as well. Okay, so let's try one more here. The fraction that's given is 9 over 20. Okay, so I noticed the questions that will be given in the textbook, okay, will be where you have the denominator, and the denominator can go into 100 an exact number of times. So 20 times 5, which is 100. And we're going to do it on the top as well. So 9 times 5, 45. Okay, so my fraction is now 45 over 100. And I can see that this is 45%. Okay, are there any questions here? Okay, so let's try one last example here before we move on. So this last fraction given is 3 over 4. Okay, I'm going to put 100. Okay, right here. And one more time, okay, 4 times 25 is equal to 100. Okay, because I'm multiplying by 25 on the bottom, I want to make sure I multiply by 25 on the top as well. Okay, so it's going to be 3 times 25, which is equal to 75. Okay, my fraction now is 75 over 100, and this is equal to 75%. Okay, does everyone see that? All right, good. Okay, so we're going to go through these last set of questions. Okay, so let me put an example here. Okay, now just put A so we can try different types of questions. Okay, it says write each fraction in lowest terms and then write it as a percent. So let's try this first one here together. So the fraction is 12 over 15. Okay, so basically, without using a calculator, I can't come up with my percent right away. Okay, so what we're going to do is I want to reduce this fraction. So let's divide it by 3, okay, on the top and the bottom. So this is 12 divided by 3, which is 4. Okay, on the bottom, it's 15 divided by 3, which is equal to 5. So this is what my fraction is now, okay? And so what we're going to do, let's make a line here, okay, is we're going to take this 4 over 5. And I can change this into a fraction, okay? Because I know 5 can evenly go into 100. And we're going to multiply this by 20. Okay, because 20 times 5 equals 100. And the same thing on the top. I'm going to do 4 times 20. Okay, which is equal to 80. So one more time, my fraction is now 80 over 100. Okay, and this is equal to 80%. Does everyone see that? So what you have to do, okay, with these examples here is I have to make sure I reduce it first, okay, into this fraction. And I can see the fraction directly, the denominator goes into 100. And then you can use the equivalent fractions to find the percent. Okay, are there any questions? Good, let's try one last example here. Okay, so I'm going to put B. And let's try 9 over 12. Okay, and this is all that's given to us. So one more time, let's try dividing it by 3 here. Okay, so 9 divided by 3 is equal to 3. And then 12 divided by 3 is equal to 4. So I'm going to make a line here, okay? And so one more time, okay? 3 over 4 is one of the examples that we just tried, right? So I'm just going to show it to you here. I'm going to put this over 100. I can see 4 times 25, which gives you 100. And we're doing 3 times 25, which is equal to 75. Okay, my fraction now is going to be 75 over 100, which is equal to 75%. Okay, does everyone see that? So basically, in this last example that we did, okay, there are 2 steps. I'm just reducing the fraction over here on the left side first. Okay, and then in the second step, I'm doing the equivalent fractions to find the percentage. Okay, make sure when you're doing all these questions that you are not using a calculator. Okay, and the reason is because all of these denominators go into 100 perfectly. I don't need a calculator to do this. I'm just using my equivalent fractions. All right. All right, so that looks good. And if there are no questions, that does bring this video to an end. Thank you so much for watching. Please make sure you do like, share, and subscribe to the channel, and I will see everyone next time. Thanks. Bye.